Yeah, good morning, once again, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you are turning in. This is a continuation of this lecture series which we have been having so far, data analysis course. My name is Praise Obema, Founders Analytics. So today we'll be continuing with variable use. So I will just term this course, this particular video, variable use. So it's very important to know where variable types come into play in data analysis. So in our previous section, please do well to look through our previous section so you can catch up with the flow of discourse. We talked about variables, types of variables. We talked about categorical variables. We talked about numerical variables and all that. So in this course, it's in this particular video, I will just be talking about briefly on how various types of variables play a role in data analysis. So if you have been with us, you remember when I talked about data cleaning, I talked about um, um, data processes. Said when we collect data collection, data cleaning, we have data modeling and then reporting. So when it comes to data collection and data cleaning, your variable type is a very important um, concept or that you must consider, right? Also, when it comes to data exploration, that's analysis itself, different types of analysis, your variable type also matters. So this particular video is going to address the fact of what various types of variables can affect what type of analysis you want to conduct. So when we have categorical variables, we have numerical variables. So categorical variables are variables that come in categories, something like gender. You're either male, you're either male, female, or any other category that you like to identify with. Then it will determine the kind of presentation, the kind of visualization that will go for that particular variable type. So when you have data coming in as numeric, maybe age group or weight, which are just numbers, the type of visualization, the type of analysis which you will do won't be the same. So I'm trying to bring it down to very basic um, terms and English. So usually we do have two types of analysis, like a broad, vast of analysis, like a word of analysis, data analysis comes down to basically two categories. That's the inferential um, analysis and the descriptive statistics. So under descriptive statistics, you find basic analysis like that describes the data set, just like mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variance, and what have you. Normality, log, um, um, normality of data, and what have you. We also have frequencies and percentages. So, not when it comes to descriptive analysis, which is very basic, which just describes the data set. Categorical variables tend to be reported in frequency and percentages. Then sometimes mean and sometimes. So what do I mean? When you have something like gender, male, female. So you have a data set, gender. The variable there is gender. So all you want to know there is how many people here are male, how many people here are female. So that's frequencies. Then percentages is okay. How many percentage of them, that's divided by 100. When you take the score, you divide it by the total population and multiply by 100. So I want to know the percentage, right? So I want to know the ratio of male to female. Then you want to know the normality of the data. You want to know the ratio of male, female, and non-response. So these are basic analysis that you can do. That's descriptive analysis. So, but when you have a data set that is numeric, you won't say, okay, you have age of respondents, and you have numbers ranging from 1 to about 100. So you won't grade them in um in frequencies and percentages. Okay, say people who are of 1 year old are number. They are the count is 50 people are 1 year old, and 30 people are 2 year old, so people are 3 year old, so people are 4 year old, like that. You won't do that. It is not reasonable. Then maybe up to 100. Then let's say the number is more than 100, maybe getting up to 1,000. So you don't want to do frequency and percentage for numeric data. So this is what I'm trying to explain in this video: variable use. So where does these types of variables, the knowledge of type of variable, where does it play? Because this course is going to be very, very much practical, right? So you want to when you have a numeric data set, you want to know what's the highest occurring, what's the mean, what's the median, what's the minimum, that's the lowest number you have there, what's the maximum, what's the highest number you have there, what's the overall that's the mood, right? So that's a very distinct place where you have different use of analysis based on variables. So what I'm trying to say is, for categorical variables here, you use majorly frequencies and percentages to describe them when it comes to descriptive analysis. While for numeric variables, you use numeric data types, you use measures of central tendency, mean, median, mode, and others. So when it comes to visualization, the same thing happens. Basic descriptive visualization, something like pie chart, bar chart, um, um, pie chart, histogram, and all that. So categorical variables do have the type of chart they will use, while numeric variables do have the type of chart they will use. So, like when you have male and female as a categorical variable, you want to use maybe a pie chart, every, since the two categories will sum up to 100, you can use a pie chart to describe them, right? But the same thing when you have in contrast, when you have a numeric variable, you can't use a pie chart to describe them. So, in the next video, I'll be talking about charts and visualizations, sorry, types of analysis. So even in inferential statistics, when you have correlation, regression, and all that, the cross tabulation, chi-square, it depends on what type of variable are we talking about. But dependent variables, all these have to play when it comes to type. What kind of analysis do I want to run? So you have to know. So while we go on in the course, you get to know better about these various um I'll get to expose you better to this. So thank you very much, and see you in the next video.